All right, guys, so Melissa here. So I've been sharing about my day and getting over my husband now. And you know what? Joy comes after weeping. So after you grieve, it's a really, even though you don't like to go through it, it's really a good place to be. So there have been waves of grief. There have been waves of anger, frustration, all kinds of things. But to have a path and to be like, you know what? Yeah, there has been stability in my life. There has been this in my life, and I actually am healing. And so I didn't even realize like there was a process to this. So, as I move forward into the pro-life work, motherhood is an amazing gift, guys, that God gives you. And so I was just sent the videos of how to get started, how to brand myself, etc., that I have to work on probably starting tonight because I'm off to work. Um, just so you know, I think too also with like my sons, like, when they have grow up without a dad and they have car issues or whatever it is in their future, you're going to feel that. And back in the day when I was growing up, back in the country with my family, I think it was my grandfather's father who left his family and they had nothing. And just like my ex-husband's father's father had left his family and he had to quit school and take care of his family, my mother had to quit school and take care of her family. And back in the day when a man abandoned his family, you might as well be dead, basically. That is how bad it is when a man abandons his family. Luckily for me, when his parents had wanted him to divorce me and I had 3 little ones underfoot, luckily for me that did not happen and we had 2 more. And obviously we got along well enough with 5 sons to enjoy each other, right? Which we did. A lot of people will think if you have discussions, it's an argument. A discussion or helping somebody to be motivated or encourage them is not an argument. So, so we had 2 more. We had a lot to deal with his family and our marriage who kept trying to tear us apart. But once a man chooses to leave you, whether it's for another woman and he went and painted the town and wants to come back, or whether it's over childhood trauma or whatever, back in the day, when a man abandoned his family, his reputation was just toast. It was like nobody would associate with a man like that. I mean, usually they went and got a floozy and they lived a very low standard life because they had left their family. And that is how bad it is. I mean, nowadays we look at a culture where we're like, oh, no one cares about marriage. No one cares if you're divorced. But back in the day, when a man, and the state held men accountable too, when a man left his family, he was a disgrace. I mean, his name rotted. And I think the same thing is true before God. The name will rot. So, luckily for me, as a Christian woman, things are not, that is not my future, and that is not my son's futures, who are men who do keep their word, and they do not even consider, thinking about abandoning a woman. So it's a very, very low standard. It will bring a man like very low, like crust. And it says in Proverbs, basically a man who, has eyes for other women and he runs around and he's, very loose acting with other women. Basically a man in pornography, a woman will bring you to like a piece of bread, a crust. So men who have left their families and have no self-control with other women, they actually harm themselves quite a bit. So, ladies, I'm doing really good now. I had a lot of support around me, and that's what you want when you're going through divorce, a lot of support. And then as you get stronger, you are now back to yourself as if the divorce didn't even happen. So you are restored with God's help. I had someone say to me last week, you could take a divorce class again, because, when you have that first divorce class, you don't even know which way is up when you are blindsided. You're like, you go to this divorce class class and you're like, which way is up? I have no idea. I have no words for what just happened. This has been absolutely crazy. But I am good. I am really good. And so I'm moving forward now, and I will have videos about the pro-life stuff and helping other moms, all the way from, just if she has a boss who says, if you need anything, let me know, to, just, another boss who says, I got your meal for you. Just little things like that, guys, that will help women. So anything to help women, especially single moms, where most of the time they go to welfare and welfare won't even take care of them. So it's really important to have like a million things for women.